Welcome, I'll be reacting to Black Sails, Season 4, Episode 3. This is not a market substitute. Support the original on Starz. He'll probably never see her again. He's gone AWOL. We must be back in time. I thought he was on a ship.
What lies ahead?
What are you up to? It was a flashback.
And all will appear as it should be.
This actor is so good at being subtly evil. Both of them, actually.
Good men are not what the moment requires. Do not be afraid to lead them to it.
With the war apparently occupying Spain's attention elsewhere, there is a good chance the entire unfortunate affair surrounding the Spanish cause is behind us.
It's not.
That I might return to London. To my children.
Yes, please.
I'm told these soldiers that were to comprise your escort are otherwise needed ashore.
Did he put all his soldiers down below there, hoping that Teach would try to board him and then have an unpleasant surprise for him? Wait a minute. That's how Teach is taken down, isn't it? The tactic they used was Teach boarded the ship, minimal resistance. He thought he had taken the ship. He let his guard down, and that's when out of the hold, a whole bunch of well-armed people sprang the trap and surrounded him and took him out. Obviously it wasn't Woodes Rogers, but they could have combined the two. This is that tactic. I think we're gonna lose Blackbeard either this episode or next episode. I warned you, Max.
Saw you meet two others late last night. One of them standing on just one leg.
I would hope that your spy also informed you that 4 of my 6 men attempted to arrest him and died in the effort. Surely this should mitigate any doubt you may have about my loyalties.
Hopefully, but it doesn't.
Does the testimony presented satisfy a charge of treason?
Wait.
It does.
I told you you should not have gone against Silver.
We came here to take Nassau. We leave once that is done or not at all.
With what army?
Yeah. I can see his point of view. At a certain point, they should just cut their losses and go back to Skeleton Island. I assume that's the island that all of that went down on. They have so many enemies now. Billy and the Redcoats. If Israel can help Silver make a dramatic return somehow, that could rally people. Hopefully.
The Empire survives in part because we believe its survival to be inevitable. But it isn't. And they know that.
I know Anne and Jack are going to be okay.
I'll say this for him. He's not shy. If he misses this tack, we'll be on him in less than an hour.
That's because he wants you to be on him.
Ever captained a ship of this size before? God, no. Have you captained a ship this size before?
Sure.
Good.
The end is about to begin.
You mean the trap is?
He died in the bay during the invasion.
No, he didn't.
Under instructions from Captain Beringer to locate and arrest Long John Silver.
New plan.
We should be running.
There's nowhere to run.
Yeah, you're on an island.
And she doesn't like to be pushed around.
I sincerely hope you're right.
What is going on here?
Who's to play the rest? Or do you believe we two could do it alone?
He probably could. No. The cavalry. They're the cavalry. They should just sink her. Oh no, this is exactly what happened. This is the tactic. They came aboard and they found this. And they assumed it was all over, but it wasn't. I can't believe I'm seeing this in live action. Anne, get back in the water. And get out of there. Come on, Blackbeard, figure it out. Here we go. Yeah. Oh. And run. Well, I guess this is how Jack gets his ship. Are they going to have Rogers take out Blackbeard? Alright, Jack. Your move. Interesting. He shouldn't have survived.
Please trust, I will have you on your way by the time the sun rises tomorrow.
She's like, fine, but I'm taking Max with me.
In order to do that, you are going to have to give me something to fix it with.
The black spot.
Who among you would like to lend his efforts to Long John Silver and resist me?
You fucking cowards.
They have the whole street terrorized. But not her.
It sounds as if the law is being adhered to. What standing do we have to interfere?
Well, at least he's trying to get her out.
What you are doing is antagonizing them. And who is that serving? This is information about the preferred routes used by the Resistance to enter into Nassau. End this quietly and easily.
He doesn't seem like the type to do that, though.
So after they surrendered, I went aboard the ship. And I began with the captain. I was more deliberate with him.
Not just the men, but the women. And the children, too.
To be angry is to be human.
74 men aboard that ship when I boarded her. But by the time we reached Acapulco, there was only one.
Keelhaul? Probably should not have surrendered.
Again.
Oh. It's going to take 3 times, I think.
Again!
In fairy tales, it's always 3 times. You need to fight back, everyone. At least you have a chance that way. No way.
Set a course for Nassau.
He changed his mind. Interesting. Need the trophy, I guess. I mean, I don't know why I'm so disgusted. I mean, we do this in D&D campaigns all the time. I actually carry a salt bag with me sometimes. Did he take her advice or not, though?
Control that no one can see makes for no demonstration at all.
Tell him I asked that he gather as much food and supplies as he can move into the fort within the next hour. The fort?
And do it fast. Things are about to go down. This is like a Western. Where's Clint Eastwood? This is definitely a Western now. Everyone's closing their windows. We need the trope now of someone way up high opening their window. Oh, oh my. Oh no. They have the high ground. Get out of the square now. Billy? No way. He finally figured out they have a common enemy. About time. You got this, Israel. He wanted a spectacle. He got one. With not a soul to hear. I was not expecting the Blackbeard storyline to end this soon. I thought he had a few more episodes. But the minute the governor started putting men below decks, I was like, wait, I know this tactic. Because we've all read about it, but it was something else to actually see it happen. That was just wild. I don't think I've seen keel hauling in live action before to that level of detail. It was rough. Again, it's something to read about it on paper. It's another thing entirely to watch it happen. To a character I don't necessarily like, but certainly find intriguing. I know that Jack and Anne get out of this, because there's a third person in their trio that has yet to make an appearance. There's no way that they would put Anne Bonny and Jack Rackham in a show and not this third person. Don't tell me. But I'm pretty sure they're going to survive this, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know how at this point. Although they still do need to free everyone on the plantations, and I don't know how they're going to manage that with the chaos going on, but I really hope that they do, because Maddie did not come all this way for that to not work. That was a really sweet reunion between her with Silver. That was so, they're so cute together. I really need a spin-off Maddie and Silver show, because you know that those two have amazing adventures together. I was surprised when Billy came in at the end. Knowing how he acts in Treasure Island, I was like, that's it. He's done with Flint. There's no way. But I guess in the end, he was like, well, in this particular instance, we are on the same side. Might as well lend a hand. I think it's a temporary, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And the minute the British are definitely off the island, we're going to go back to between the two of them. It's great that he grew a beard, by the way. I don't think I've talked about that. Billy with a beard is much closer to book Billy. I can definitely see that they're trying to kind of transition him into his Treasure Island character now. Because when we started, he was just, I don't want to say completely unrelated, but I didn't even recognize him as Billy equals Billy for like 3 or 4 episodes. Because he was so different. And now I can completely see this Billy in a few years becoming the intro to Treasure Island. Oh, we finally got a throwaway Spain reference. Okay, I'm kind of unclear though, because Rogers was talking about waiting for all the gems before he sent everything over, but then he lost the chest with all the treasure when the caravan was attacked. Did he send any ships to fix the Spain situation yet? Because the story with those ships is really, really juicy. I can't believe Black Sails would not tell that story. It's just brilliant. I'm so glad that Eleanor figured out what was going on quickly enough, and hopefully she got to the fort and barricaded herself in. I don't know if they have enough food. That was not a lot that they could just grab really quickly. I think that's going to be the main problem. Hopefully they already had supplies at the fort. Because the pirates may have the town, but they need those guns. And if she can hold on to that, her team still has a chance. Now, obviously I'm on the pirates' side here, but I do still like Eleanor's character, and I think she's very intriguing in how they inserted her into history like that. As much as I love Vane, I don't blame her for what happened there. She was following her conscience to the best of her ability. I may have been Team Vane, but I can also understand her thought process, is what I'm trying to say. Also, I love her outfits. Let's just be honest here. I love watching her walk in those amazing gowns like the one this episode. To close out, I am probably most interested right now in how Anne is going to get out of here. Woodes Rogers has gone full Anakin Skywalker against the Sand People here. We shall see.